and rising. I'm like 98% recovered from this a real chesty cough from like the last 3-4 days. I believe it's detox symptoms, because I think ever since I started taking the those parasite herbs, it's been an ordeal. It actually has been an ordeal, but I've managed to shift it pretty fast. I've got on top of it, but I'm just like coughing, all this mucus, and yeah, it feels very deep. very deep. And the day before, I've been experimenting with the herbs that I've been taking. So I've been having like loose powders, but then yesterday I thought, I'm gonna switch to the capsules. But the day before, this might be too graphic, but literally there's a whole load of parasites that came out, and that was the first thing that came out. So it wasn't even like not that kind of bowel movement. It was just literally parasites. And it's always interesting because I can always feel, I guess you can all feel the texture or feel the feeling of what's about to come out or what's coming out. So yeah, that was quite satisfying actually. It's quite satisfying. So yeah, had that was then. But yeah, I'm nearly pretty much recovered, but I can hear my voice is just like croaky. So yesterday, if you managed to catch my live that I shared, I was talking about, oh yeah, don't be stuck and glued on your limited experiences. And then at the beginning, I was talking about one of the sessions that I run, which is at a medical practice of seated exercises. And I was talking about this lady that comes, and I can really tell she's trying, and she'll be there like, we'll do like what seems easier for other people to do, like easier exercises, but you can tell that it really takes a lot out of her. But I'm always adapting. So whenever I do an exercise, or I always give variations. I think it's important because we're all on a journey, and it's important to know that we're all starting from somewhere, and it's always going to be progression, and we need to start getting stuck on like where we think we're at and thinking that's it. But some people may come here and have those limited experiences and not be open for anything more. So yesterday I had that session. After the session, well, before I went to my session, but the lady that I was referring to, she actually did call me, and she says, she's not gonna make it, she had a bad night's sleep, and just says, well, thanks for letting me know. And I just told her when the next session will be. But funny enough, yesterday I had 4 new people come. So the title of today is Be Open. And this lady came in, one of the ladies, she came in, and she was, I could tell that she's a character, charismatic, I like to say. And I could tell she's gonna think that, I don't know, maybe I feel like she's already been to some sessions before. And I think when you have like this belief of like, it's not going to work anyway, or whatever. But she came, she was talking, and then I kind of explained how I start off the session. So we do like a 9-minute stretch, seated stretches. I invite them to close their eyes, play some nice meditative sounds, and we focus on breathing, deep breathing, and just some slight movements like rotations from the head all the way down to the feet. And the first song, so I play like 70s and 80s music. I always try and adapt to my environment, and it's been working very well, and they always seem to enjoy it, or it gives them like memories of like old times. And the first song plays and she goes, "Oh, it's a party." Like I could just tell she was already like, I don't know if she kind of wrote off like the seated exercise thing. I think it might have been a thing where she'd been referred, and it was just kind of like, I just like I've tried sort of thing. But I think anyway, so we continue the session, and I could tell like there'll be times I always let them know. I always say, if it's too hard, you can have a break, just sit down, and then when you're ready to join back in whenever you feel fit. Because a lot of them come with like different they may have had like different issues, like knee replacements or whatever. They're all very, very personal, and I could tell like when I'm talking through, I'm always like, just letting them know like how you feeling, kept going. Then at the end we do a cool down, which is pretty similar to the start of it, which is very meditative and like a body scan, I guess, and mindfulness. And I just always talk about you've come today, and give yourself love and appreciation, and you made that step to come out and to make a change. And then at the end they always usually clap, and it's always like very quiet and it's like peaceful. And I asked the lady, I says, how did you find it? She's like, I thought seated exercises, what's that gonna do? And she's like, I really enjoyed it. It's so hard, like it's so much harder than I thought. I'm definitely coming back. Which was nice. So I gave her the list of the dates when we're running the next sessions, and like it was cool because like I guess she was open-minded enough to come and to try it out, and in doing so she's obviously found something that may work for her. Not for how long no one ever knows, but it's that thing of being open-minded to try new things. And sometimes when you have a belief of something, you can get so caught and wrapped up in your belief that you just disregard everything. The things that may be super healthy for you, the signs that are going to lead you to your next journey, you just shut it down completely. And I think by shutting it down completely, you actually block your blessings. You block like your next part of your evolution. And I think there's always signs, and sometimes you may not be connected to really have that intuition to feel what's right. And I think we all truly know what's right and what's wrong within us, and I think that's why, for the most part, why we may be triggered by whether it's a question, a response, like anything to do with somebody else is always going to be mirroring back the insecurities that we may have, or the feelings or stuff. You look on, we live in an interesting world, in the Western world. Like we live in a very, very interesting world where things are moving very, very fast, and we always opt in for these quick fixes and solutions and these topical remedies that give us just like these topical results that if you keep doing these topical things, you're never really going to get to the root of your issues. So I think it's just important to be mindful and just to be open-minded. Give yourself the time, the gratitude, give yourself the space that you need. You know, there's no rush for anything. You know, after times you may feel like, oh, we need to do that thing, we need to keep going, and something I saw Sadhguru say was like, you know, we're humans, we're too busy being human doings when we're human beings, and we just need to be. And I often say, like, if I'm not doing anything, less is more. Sometimes less is more. Give yourself that time, give yourself that space, because actually by doing less, you actually get more out of it. Whether it's just that realization, the clarity, the introspection, like of, you know, what you need to be doing next, or yeah, just like making things make sense. And I think if you keep on the go, keep going, and you're already, you know, you're already battling and you already got problems, what happens is you just mask them, and you just keep putting that plaster on, the plaster with no air, the plaster that's just, you know, going all slimy, the wound's getting slimy underneath, but it needs to be exposed. And I think if you keep living that way, then, you know, it doesn't do much good. But yeah, it's just a reminder to be open. Remember, every experience you're experiencing is like a blip in your life, and it doesn't last. It won't last very long. Like, you know, today is today, tomorrow's tomorrow, tomorrow's a brand new day. You have every and any opportunity to make a change, and often I think we go for the biggest thing, that's the biggest change that's gonna, you know, yield the biggest results. But I think sometimes you just have to take those little steps, and over time it just builds a momentum and creates a bigger change. So yeah, if there's anything health related, I suppose, if it's a transitional diet, I like to say transitional lifestyle, but yeah, transitional lifestyle of consumption of foods, or lifestyle changes, it's foraging, detoxing, cleansing, and it's interesting because not only do I have information, I have information that's pretty widespread, but I always talk about specifically detoxification, fasting, or cleansing, and transitional foods. I have programs with limited time. I don't work with a lot of people at one time. I'm all about focus. And yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. And I think it's different when you have the experience yourself and you're able to help and guide other people. Transition, and yeah, I love to see the changes. So yeah, if you feel called to the things that I do, the things I share, if you send me a message, I'll get back to you at the right time. And on that last note, remember, be open, because being open in that second, that minute, that moment can be the kickstart to one of your biggest transformations. So I'll leave you with that. Enjoy the rest of your day, but enjoy the day ahead. It's still horizon. And I'll catch you in the next one.